Welcome to Volume 11 RockTalk Podcast, brought to you by Volume 11 Music. Your hosts, Rich Hoffa, Rick Lawhorn, and Mark Dunn. RockTalk, Volume 11 Music.
Well, hey, welcome to Rock Talk at Volume 11 Music in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'm Rich.
Rick Law.
Mark Dunn.
All right, so appreciate you guys watching the videos, and if you're enjoying yourself, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,500 subscribers. Like the video, share it, and please comment. We're getting some good ideas from everyone that's following us, and we're going to kick it off with getting back into doing some new bands. Of course, it's we've talked about it in previous episode how hard it is to find new music that you like, and I guess because I sit there and do all the digital marketing stuff for Volume 11, all these bands are popping into my algorithms on Facebook or YouTube or wherever. So some of these bands these guys have never heard, and so we're gonna kick it all off. First one I'm gonna bring up is where it kind of started a lot of this. Okay. Is when I clicked on a video of this dude holding this beat up destroyed Stratocaster, right? And I go, oh, I wonder what this guy sounds like. And I clicked on it, and I was like, whoa, is pretty damn amazing. So Philip Sace is this one. I think both of you guys have heard these guys, but let's see.
Well, I only know who that is because he was the stunt double for He-Man.
Jesus. He watches these things. He does give us thumbs up when we do this.
Right. No.
And he is a Paul Reed Smith. He's playing the Silver Sky. Yeah. So they just about probably 6 months ago he was one of their artists. Yep. So fantastic player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He can play.
So here's Philip Sace. This is an older video, but man, it's such a great song. Pretty rocking, huh?
Yeah, Crosstown, Stone Free.
Yeah, I hear a lot of Hendrix riffs there. Yeah, a ton of. If Jimmy around, he might be fun.
And actually, the vocals reminded me of.
But it's good, yeah. I mean, he rips. I mean, he's a good player, and I know his background. He was with Melissa Etheridge, was her guitar player. Yeah. And then he also was Jeff Healey, the great Canadian blues rock guitar player. He was in Jeff's band.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's been around for a
minute. He's been around a long time.
He's been around for a while,
I have to say, disclaimer here, of all the things we've been doing, this one, very familiar with Philip, and he's a great player. I think he's awesome. I really enjoy hearing him, and you definitely get the Jimi Hendrixy vibe there. A little Stevie Ray-ish thing there. Just all the cool Stratish, bluesy, on fire, kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and,
good song.
That's cool.
Definitely has the appointments of the Stone Free and
Stone Free,
Crosstown
right?
Traffic.
Crosstown, yep.
And I'm not saying he ripped on him. I mean, when I say something like that, just a disclaimer. You're influenced by any music that you listen to or don't listen to. Because if you purposely don't listen to it, you're influenced by not. And
Right.
if you do. That's true.
And Fire by I was thinking Fire.
Too, yeah.
I'm seeing a little bit of that in there.
Yeah, all those, and that's probably a producer tying those all together.
Yeah.
You could strum that on acoustic.
A lot of Hendrixisms, but done very well. And cat can
it's
play. He's got some chops. So that's good stuff.
If anything, I'd actually want the guitar to be a little louder in the mix with the Strats sometimes. It's one of the things I love about Stevie's records or Jimmy's records.
Yeah.
You're not guessing.
Right.
And
Yes.
if I would have mixed that, I would definitely push that up probably 2 or 3 dB all the way through. It's when you notice on those types of bands and songs where you don't hear a discernible difference in the volume when the lead kicks in.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, great observation.
Yeah.
It's nitpicking. But that's just
I
want to hear the guitar.
Yeah, well, we're guys, we're guitar players, so we love tons of wailing guitar, and we love it hitting us in the forehead, and it's a good.
The first time I clicked on it, I was just like.
So you didn't know really anything about it?
No, I didn't. I never.
I know his
before.
background. So
I never heard of it because I came in and I was like, Rick, have you ever heard this guy? And I'm like, holy! I'm playing in videos. I'm just so blown away by it because. I'm a big Stevie Ray fan, as we all are.
Yeah,
but
SRE and Jimi
Jimi Hendrix and all that stuff. And I seen this, and I was like, this freaking is just killer. Just great guitar player, really good songs. And I ended up buying. I was downloading just one song after another because it's just fantastic music. All right, so Philip Sace there.
So get some thumbs up. Check him out.
Yeah. So
he's got a lot of material out too.
He does. He's got a lot of stuff out for sure. Yeah. For sure. So this next band's called Goodbye June, and they are out of Nashville as well.
Does that mean they're actually called July? They're just being clever.
Nashville rock and roll.
Concept video time.
Okay. Oh. It's like a Nashville AC/DC there in spots,
Yeah.
Got some high, almost Bon Scottish things vocally, similar vibe. Very cool. And of course, like I said before, and I'll probably say it again, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. I love just hard driving, bluesy, in your face rock and roll.
That could have been a song
stuff
on the Jailbreak album.
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds exactly like it.
Right. No, I fully 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Not quite as much of a Greta Van Fleet
with the Zeppelin reference we talked about.
But I mean the recording and the guitar tones,
very raw and cool.
His vocal is really cool. And it's the overall sound is what I'm talking about.
Sonically, fully agree with you on that.
And when I was digging through the songs, a lot of it I had to try to find something that had a decent video too. So there are different songs and stuff. They've got some cool stuff out. So it was another one. I was like, these guys.
Back to the video aspect of this. Do you see how effective it is?
Yeah.
And there ain't a lot going on.
No,
that's a room.
Yeah.
All of these have been one.
Just kind of just hanging out in the,
that's
the little jam
I did
house
that on
there.
rounds. Like no reason to get crazy with it. And when you think about how nuts the videos were in the 80s and the 90s.
Oh, I know.
Oh my
the budgets,
God.
that those bands got, had to pay to have those videos made and taking out the royalties.
There's movies made for less than
exactly. Right.
So I mean, I just appreciate the fact that it's like, you know what? It's more about the tune. They want people to see who they are.
Right.
But I mean, those guys look like they just got done with a skating session at the skate park. And they came in and started
play a tune and jam.
But
that's what rock and roll's about.
That's
I dig it.
Rock and roll band. It's great.
It's hilarious.
Stuff.
Yeah. So this next band is Dirty Honey, and I think they're out of L.A. And I stumbled across these. Both these guys have heard Dirty Honey because I play them in the store. So, but yeah, it was one of those things. I really liked the one song, and so I jumped on to download the song, and then I just started hitting one song after another. And I was going, man, every damn song on the album is good. So I bought,
solid albums.
Bought the whole album, and just really like these guys. They're really cool. So.
Yeah, so we're taking a look at some Dirty Honey here on the videos.
Yeah, Dirty Honey.
I got the two. I know we're all going to agree on Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the other one for me, Heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like Heart, Little Queen era.
Yeah.
Baby Strange kind of stuff.
Right. There was a song on A Night in the Ruts from Aerosmith that had that same kind of riff, really hard driving, cool.
Well, that's also sound like Back in the Saddle a little bit.
Yeah, Back in the Saddle-ish, definitely.
Yeah.
But they took beyond just a straight blues tune. There's some interesting hooks and changes in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying they ripped on Heart, but Roger Fisher wrote a lot of cool stuff with Heart, and I haven't heard a band do that. Really.
No,
that's kind of cool.
Now, and honestly, I dig the singer's voice. I think he's got a very cool, good upper register. That's a good rock and roll voice right there.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that really stands out to me is the drummer.
The drummer's groovy.
Because all this little ghost strokes and all the things that he's doing on his hi-hat, all that intricate hi-hat, and he's opening and closing his hi-hat and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't see. I do it. That's how I play. But you don't see a lot of rock drummers even doing that kind of stuff with their hi-hat. It's either closed or it's half open and there's nothing else going on.
Which is like a disco beat, really, when you...
Yeah, you're getting to that all that swishing going on. So,
must be all those apples he eats, I guess.
Yeah, could be.
Could be. That was cool. Another thumbs up video.
Yeah,
that's great. That's
you know, I would happily listen to any of these bands.
And you notice that, and to go back to the Philip Sayce song, the mix on this, everything was present.
Yes,
and that's, I'm not dogging on Philip. I love it, but
the guitars hit you on that. I mean, they do.
Get that up, man. You know?
Now, do you think, in your opinion, Mark, based on that comment, it's just the humbucker and the Les Paul versus the Strat, just the mix itself? Because you're right, those Les Pauls are punching you in the head.
Yeah, and I just think that it's one of those things that winds up being a matter of taste. And Jimi Hendrix didn't like his vocals up.
Right. I've heard that.
Yeah, he hated them. He wanted them down, and mysterious with a lot of affect.
Yeah.
To what was available back then.
Right, in the late 60s.
And to me, that's how the guitars mixed on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want the guitar to be. I want it to be cool, but I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
The vocals being mysterious is a different animal, but so these other ones. And how old is that Philip Sayce song? How old is that?
That's an old one. That's
one of his. Yeah, that's not brand new.
Yeah,
probably 8 to 10 years.
And he's got some great songs. He's been playing a lot in Europe. So I think the closest he was to us was the Purple Fiddle up over in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And then Dirty Honey was actually just here in Charlottesville last year. So hopefully they come around again, because I'd really like to go see them. They're pretty. Really
and so
good.
then the question I'm going to throw out, and I'd love to hear both of your opinions on this.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Dirty Honey. Do we see that kind of music, what we just heard, really hitting the big time? Like Guns N' Roses, like where everybody's into Dirty Honey? Or is it more like it's sort of under the radar now? And if you know, you know, but not everybody knows.
I don't know. I think it would have to, everything would have to really come back as far as rock. With rap being so big, and the only bands that are selling out stadiums are the AC/DCs and the Kisses and the Guns N' Roses and
bands that have been doing it for 35, 40 years.
All those bands that have been around forever.
They're selling tickets to 3 generations now.
Yeah.
Grandpa, dad, and kids.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly. True. But these guys are playing. If you look them up, they're playing huge festivals and stuff. Okay. So I think
that's
it's just
big rock.
It's big rock. They're playing festivals and stuff. So it's just, I think it's just different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
They're not going to be at the Verizon Center, but they're going to be at this big,
or at the Birchmere. They'll play festivals and they'll play theaters.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to sell out the Cap Center.
Yeah,
it's a weird.
Yeah, you're either here or you're here,
right?
But you're not going to be here.
But, I know. Honestly, the theater thing is a hell of a lot less expensive to do.
Yeah,
and you're as a band, whatever your level is, unless you're Taylor Swift, you're going to get a better ROI on your travel and whatnot, and the ability to play and be more fastidious as opposed to having to carry around a humongous rig.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
When you think about bands that say out loud, I've not these guys, but a number of them say they'd rather play 2,500 or 3,500 seat rooms.
Right.
Or if they're not doing a festival, that tells you something about how much touring has changed on that Coliseum.
From there,
And honestly, too, if you really want to go listen to a band,
theater's the best.
Theater's best. Those big shows. You half the time you can't. Depending on where you can't understand what
the singer looks like a little ant marching across the stage.
It's terrible.
I've been to those shows. We all have.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that little tiny ant going across the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw Eric Johnson at the Jefferson 2 Septembers ago in Charlottesville, and probably one of the best sounding concerts I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And that theater is antebellum. It's not big. It's small.
Yeah.
It's just the way to see stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So the last one I've got for you guys, and you guys both know this band. It's Rival Sons.
Oh, yeah.
They're out of California, I believe. California. And I ran across these guys on YouTube and never heard of them before. And this was probably 2 years ago I ran across them, and they were, they were doing, I don't know if it was a Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame type of thing, but they were doing a tribute to Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yep, Ozzy.
And the first time I seen them, they were doing War Pigs.
War Pigs from Black Sabbath.
You know, they came out and they're doing War Pigs, and the singer, just blew my head off. I mean, it was incredible the pipes that this guy has, and they're really, really cool band. So and we do have, I think I've got some of their records. I also got Dirty Honey on vinyl as well. So some really cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know, maybe a little bit of hot water,
that's
maybe.
Right.
So
get the Dirty Honey off the vinyl.
That's it. So here's Rival Sons.
Rival Sons.
Man, they've developed. Is this brand new?
This is a newer song,
And I am familiar with this band. I have a handful of different things.
Yeah, they didn't sound. I mean, that they've progressed. Mm-hmm. I think their producer is David Cobb, who's done like a lot of guys out of Nashville, and has a really cool. He's done Jason Isbell.
Right.
400 unit.
Yep.
But that with the lo-fi, like distorted bass.
Yeah.
That sounds like if the Cult was still releasing music, that's probably like they've carried that torch.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
And the pipes, the singer, I mean, he is wailing. I mean, and like you said, Richie, we've seen him doing the Ozzy, and I've seen him do I think some Zeppelin and some other things, and he's got that really just powerful high range rock tenor. But you can't go wrong with that in a rock and roll band if you guys are going to really hit that stuff good. You know,
they're really
they deliver
good.
It.
You know, it's like it ran across them, and it was just like wow. And then started digging into their songs and stuff. I'm like, this is a great song. 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 So there's a lot of really great music out there.
Yeah,
it's just finding it.
And they're in that genre with Dirty Honey and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the other bands. There's a little bit of a relevance between all the stuff we've listened to tonight and last week. But that, to me, stands out because it's not just the typical great guitar tone.
Right.
Those are sounds, and the harmonies that were coming in with the production, that's pretty cool. That's a new ball game.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I give that 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Double thumbs up.
Yeah, great band.
Rival thumbs.
Yeah.
Great band.
Words of Austin Powers. Yeah, baby.
That's right.
That's it. So that's going to wrap up this episode of Rock Talk. And if you enjoy finding out about new bands and wanting to hear our commentary on them, hey, shoot some names out there. Maybe we'll get it into a
future episode.
There's
a lot of great bands out there, so send them our way, and we'll check them out and talk about them. And we dig it all. We dig all the different types of rock. It's good to keep rock music alive.
Exactly, because that's what it's rock talk.
Yeah,
so.
It's rock and roll, baby.
It's rock and roll. So where are you guys playing at this weekend?
All right, I'll be doing a Friday night stint at the Fredericksburg Moose Lodge with Cactus Jack. Rocking the moose.
The animal.
Yeah, we get a good crowd there, though. It's always packed. It's fun. It's all good. And then the next night, I'm playing with a different band, Last Call. That's at Log Home Brewery, and that's from 6 to 9. That'll be on Saturday, March 29th. A mixture of classic rock, southern rock. They do a little bit of also beach music, some R&B, kind of a good mixture. A lot of great, talented musicians and singers in that band. So I'm so fortunate to be working with good different bands. So again, that'll be Cactus Jack on the Friday, and then it'll be Last Call on the Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And as soon as we get done with this podcast here on Thursday, March 27th, I'm going to teleport to Virginia Beach.
Teleportation will
begin.
begin.
Beach Tavern right now. That's where I'm at tonight. And then Saturday, I'm playing at a new brewery in near Bluemont. I guess it's is that Leesburg that way or something?
Going out that way.
It's called Chili Hollow Brewery. It's a wonderful little out in the country. Brand new, but still rustic. Really cool. Wonderful people. Wonderful hang. So, Chili Hollow on Saturday in the afternoon.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And once again, I won't be doing any of that.
All right.
I'll be working, but I am going to try to get some two-wheel therapy in and bang on my drums a little bit and mess around with the dog.
He don't want to work. He wants us to
bang on his drums all day.
Right.
That'll be in our set list of our Volume 11.
Exactly. So, if you're enjoying the videos and you can put up with Mark and his one-liners, please hit that subscribe button, share the video, comment, and like I said, we're trying to get 1,500 subscribers. That will help out the channel a lot. And have a good one, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
This has been an episode of Volume 11 Rock Talk Podcast, brought to you by Volume 11 Music.